Gradient filters, often called graduated filters or GND filters, are rectangular optical filters designed to capture high dynamic range scenes in a single shot, balance exposure between bright and dark areas in a scene, most commonly the sky and foreground in landscape photography. Unlike screw-on filters, Cokin uses a modular system. Filter holder attaches to the lens via adapter ring. Rectangular filters slide into the holder. You can adjust the position of the gradient line freely. However, to use this filter, you will need an adapter which costs between $20 to $50. So we can 3D print one instead. What you will need, depending on which lens you have, a step-up ring to 95mm, in my case it is 82mm to 95mm, m2.5 threaded heatset, m2.5 bolt with 18mm length, locking paper, and of course a 3D printer. The design idea is simple. There will be a slot that will have a snap fit projection which grabs the step-up ring. This part will have a 95mm inner diameter. Then the actual filter will be held by spring back projection that will be part of the 3D printed part itself. However, while designing, we will ensure that the distance between the two spring clips or projections will be lesser than 100mm. I have done a couple of design iterations, so the dimensions on the screen might not be the final one. Also, as the filter are prone to scratches, we will give some clearance in the area where we will later fix the flocking paper. We will use m2.5 threaded heat sets, so let's create the cavity for these. We will try to slide fit the filters, so we will create these projections that will get compresses radially and offer resistance while sliding the filters. We will create 3 of these on each side. As I will be using 2 filters max, so I will create a separator for both the filters to avoid scratches. On top of the full assembly, we will create a cover to hold all the layers together. Remember, as we are adding more and more layers, we will have to increase the inner diameter of the circle in a way that it is more than the angular field of view of the lens. Now it's printing time. Ensure that you enable ironing of top surfaces to increase the aesthetic of the end product. I am printing these in PTG. The holder that snaps and locks the 82mm to 95mm filter step-up ring will have 2 houses using 2 plates that inner diameter have to be customized to your lens. In my case, it was 87mm, so left a clearance of 0.5mm on each side. Let's put it together. We will start by pressing the m2.5 heat sets into the holder. Let's mark the outline onto the flocking paper. I used this flocking paper for flocking the optical tube of my telescope, and I had some leftover, which was sufficient for this project. You can refer the STL file link provided in the description. Let's cut these using a pair of scissors. I use the parts as a template to mark and cut the flocking paper to the exact dimensions needed in this case. The cutouts are ready for pasting. These have adhesive stickers, so it creates less mess while pasting it. Let's just arrange all the parts in order so we don't make any mistakes while assembling. We will start the assembly by inserting the m2.5 screws that I have ordered from onlyscrews.in. Next, we will insert the filter spring plate, followed by the separator. Note that the separator has flocking paper on both sides, one for each face of the 2 filters. The correct orientation for this are the narrow pad at the open end of the assembly and the wider pad towards the circular arc. Let's just do a quick check. There goes the snap ring. Listen to the snap sound at the later part of the video. It's kind of very satisfying. I will use this Leon cordless screwdriver with E-clutch. Let's screw the whole assembly together. Wonderful, it's ready. 2 quick checks before we put it on the camera. First, let's stay to see if the step-up ring snaps onto the holder, and next, if the filter, while sliding, is too tight or too loose. Wow, the snap sound is perfect. Let's do it one more time, so satisfying. Let's see if the filter slides well and the assembly is able to secure the filter and prevent it from falling. These are Z Pro series filters from a French company named Cokin. Comes in set of 3, ND2, ND4 and ND8 with graduated and soft and smooth transition from clear portion to the ND portion. Wow, it fits and slides so well. The holder is able to hold the filter so well that it's neither very hard to slide nor very free to slide, which might risk it from falling in the field. Okay, then we are ready to test this on my mirrorless Canon EOS R6. Let's put the camera on the tripod. The next step is to screw the 82mm to 95mm step-up ring. I purchased this from Amazon and the link is in the description. Next, we will snap our holder onto this ring. Perfect. By rotating the holder, you can also align the angle of the gradient filter to match to your landscape or horizon. Do not worry, there is a locking screw to secure the assembly with the step-up ring so it doesn't fall off. Unlike screw-on filters, we have a modular system. Filter holder attaches to lens via adapter ring. Rectangular filters slide into the holder and snaps. You can adjust position of the gradient line freely. This is extremely useful when horizon is not centered, shooting mountains, trees, or uneven skylines. A gradient filter transitions from dark, usually neutral density on one side to clear on the other. This allows you to reduce brightness of the sky, preserve details in clouds and highlights, maintain proper exposure in the foreground. Without it, you often get overexposed skies and underexposed landscapes. However, I am planning to use it for a completely different kind of photography. You guessed it right, astrophotography. As I slide the filter, you can see the exposure changing in the zoom view of the camera display. See how the overexposed sky starts revealing the clouds without underexposing the forest part? Filter strengths, ND values. Cokin gradient filters come in different densities. ND2 1 stop, subtle correction. ND4 2 stops, moderate. ND8 3 stops, strong contrast scenes. It helps to capture high dynamic range scenes in a single shot, reduce the need for HDR processing, maintain natural looking images, essential for landscape, astrophotography, and twilight shots. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the filters at different adjustments. Going to love this during upcoming Milky Way photography tour. Humble request to subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you soon with another interesting 3D printing projects.